Hey guys, just a quick disclaimer before we get on with this video. I personally do not recommend doing these online in multiplayer matches, just for the sheer simple fact that you risk getting yourself into trouble, losing your account, all just by gaining that unfair advantage. So this video is for educational purposes only. If you want to use them in private matches against your mates, be my guest. But yeah, probably don't take it online just to be safe. With that out of the way, we'll get on with the video and I'll show you these glitches. The first map we're going to be on today is Crown Raceway. You'll see I'll zoom in on the map here to show you the exact location where this takes place. All you need to be able to do this one is deployable cover, which I believe you unlock at level 4. So your first step is climb on top of the little fire truck here and try and get the deployable cover as close to the edge as possible. With the deployable cover placed, climb on top of it and then run and jump over to where the sign is on the wall in order to catch the ledge. On that attempt, I just did a regular sprint and couldn't make it, so you will need a tack sprint, which is when you double click your sprint button, climb back onto your cover, tack sprint over, and you'll land on the ledge. From here, you can run along, following the edge of the building, try and hug it as closely as possible to make sure you don't fall off. Right here to the corner. From here, I do recommend crouching, because you're able to creep around the corner a little bit easier and get underneath that beam as it is angled outwards. Once you're around the corner, gently walk along the straight until you reach the smashed window with the open blinds. You will need to slowly now back away from the window until you're able to stand up on the ledge that you're on. As soon as you're able to stand, you can jump and climb in through the window and access this out of bounds spot. From here, you do get a slight little view of the race. You can also shoot out. I don't recommend trying to throw grenades out, as I tried that myself and nearly died, but you can climb back up onto that ledge and use a sniper, a long range weapon, whatever, to be able to shoot out across the map. The next map we're going to be on is the El Asilo map, which again, you will need the deployable cover to be able to achieve this, and you will need 2. So you may need to place one down, wait for a second one to regen and go again. But if you go to this location on the map, you find this little fridge and a beer keg in the corner. What you want to try and do is get your deployable cover as soon as mine actually loads in so I can use it. And you want to try and place it as closely as possible to the fridge. So the purpose in doing this is because then you'll be able to climb on top of your deployable cover, and then from your deployable cover, jump on top of the fridge. So you see a little bit of playing around, I managed to get it into the right spot. You're up onto your cover and then up onto the fridge, and then you need to wait for your second deployable cover to load. Once you get your second deployable cover, what you want to do is try and get it to place on top of the fridge. Now this can be a little bit fiddly and you may need to move around a bit, but you will be able to get it eventually. Once you have it placed on the fridge, jump onto the cover and you'll see you start to phase through the ceiling, and then you can jump on top of the wall. Now I would recommend being careful, as there's a lot of areas here you can explore outside of the map. However, there are some spots where you can fall through, either back into the map or in a room that you can't get out of. Now, I went for a little bit of a roam around here to have a bit of a test. This is as far as I've explored, by the way. And you'll see here in a moment, I ended up falling through into this little room that I then couldn't get back out of. All the walls were solid, the tables were not, but I couldn't get back out of here. I could, however, shoot through the window out to where the other players will be. So there are certain spots like this you can find. But yeah, feel free to jump in, have an explore, and let me know what you find in the comments below. For these next 2 glitches, you will need the level aim bipod, which requires the SPR 208 Marksman Rifle to level 8 before you can use it. The next map we're going to make our way to is the Santa Cena border crossing, down near the southern end of the map, as you can see here. What you're going to want to do is come here with the sniper that has the level aim bipod equipped, and where you're aiming for is where the big orange structure is just there that I'm looking at now. So what you're going to want to try and do, the way this glitch works, is you try and get onto the front of the car, go prone and try and mount to, I believe, maybe the roof, and the game will bug out and will occasionally launch you, or like spit you backwards or to the side. As you can see here, this one sent me miles out of the map. It can take a little bit to get used to and to be able to do it consistently, just because it does depend on where you aim as to where you get flung. So I was curious to see if other vehicles around the map could do it as well, not just the burnt out and destroyed one there. So I did test a couple of other vehicles, worked out you can also launch from them. Now I had a few attempts that were reasonably close like that one, but I wasn't quite high enough to catch myself onto the top of the ledge, which was a little bit unfortunate. But I continued to persist, tried a few different vehicles, a few different angles, and I found this vehicle seemed to be the best one to be able to successfully pull this glitch off. So a few more goes later, aside from being sent absolutely out of the map, you kind of just clip on the edge of the glitch, and then once you hit the edge of the glitch, you like get sprung straight up into the air, you land onto the corner, and then you're free to be able to run around on the top of that building. Before anybody asks, I did take a lot of damage upon the landing. However, I haven't got any perks or anything to increase health or regen or the likes thereof. It's just a standard generic class, so you should be able to do this regardless of what class you're running. Now, after finally successfully landing away up here, you can walk along, I believe, all of the building. I didn't go to the full length just because, well, I'd successfully achieved what I wanted, but I would assume you could walk the length of the building. You are able to shoot down the map from here with any weapon you want. You can throw grenades from up here, as you can see there. I just launched my, I think it's a digger's mine, you know, the one that digs through, the drilling mine, whatever. Launch them, they all seem to work perfectly fine. There is also a pylon over there behind us that I'm going to jump to now. You can also sit on these pipes and this pylon as well and shoot from here if you wanted to be a bit further back for extra coverage. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. So we'll get through this and we'll move to the next one. For the last glitch in today's video, we're coming over to the Farm 18 multiplayer map this time, up to the northwest corner, so top left corner of the map, where the white van with dark tinted windows is. The way this one works is similar to the border crossing map. However, instead of jumping on and then like going prone and mounting whatever else to get the glitch to work, you want to start on the roof, be walking backwards, go prone and then mount. You'll know you've done it right because your aim will start to spaz out and glitch all over the place, or you'll be flung off to the side or backwards. It can be a bit tricky to actually get to be able to hit the right spot, so give it a few tries and persist with it and you will eventually get it. You can see I almost had the right spot on that one, except instead of launching me forward, it launched me sideways way out of the map, but that one was pretty close. So as you can see, I had one more really close attempt, not quite getting enough height, but hitting the ledge and falling to my death again. However, after just one or two more tries, I managed to get the excess height and landed on top of the hitbox for the building. So as you can see, it is quite high up. You get awesome view across the map, across two of the main lanes that the map's played in, throw grenades and all that sort of fun stuff again from up here, which is good. Yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Now, I will remind you guys, I do not recommend doing this in multiplayer, just for the safety of your account and the fairness of the game for everybody else. But feel free to do it in private matches. If you want to see more content like this coming through, don't forget to drop a sub, leave a like on the video and a comment down below on what you want to see, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.